Today, I wanted to share a clip with you from a call I had with someone who was looking to launch their own side hustle. They were actually already in the process of launching their side hustle, and they were dealing with the challenge of coming home from work every day and just feeling exhausted, and then trying to dive into tackling their side hustle. So, we discussed the concept of tackling the most important or scariest challenge first. Here's the clip.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Thank you for sharing that with me. I know launching a side hustle can be really exciting for a lot of people, and I can definitely relate to what you described about coming home from work and just not feeling like there's enough time or just feeling completely depleted to work on your side hustle. So I think back to about 15 years ago when I first started my first business, and I was working full time at the time, and I definitely felt the way you just described, where coming home after about 8 hours of working and then 2 hours of travel, an hour there in the morning, an hour back in the evening, just feeling absolutely exhausted, just trying to work on building my future, but doing that with the fumes I had available. Around that time, I developed. I don't want to say I came up with it, but I discovered through some of what I was reading and some of the mentors I was working with at the time, that putting the most important task first, or when you wake up in the morning, tackling the scariest problem or the biggest challenge of the day first, really drastically changes how fast you make progress. So what I mean by this is, I think after about a year or year and a half of me starting to try and do the side hustle thing in the evenings when I got home, I actually decided to start getting up earlier, and I would actually do it for about 2 to 3 hours before I left in the morning to go to my job for 9 to 5. I would spend my prime hours, those hours where I had a lot of energy, those hours where I was refreshed and just woke up. I would spend it on working on my side hustle, which eventually became my full time business. As a result of doing that, now I get up at 4 a.m. every morning, just because I find that 4 till about 10 o'clock really are these prime hours where you get so much done because no one else is awake. You're able to just get what I call deep work done. I know a lot of other people call deep work as well, but essentially that's important, I find, because not only does it give you the ability to use the most amount of energy you have, and get it off your plate at the start of the day rather than at the end of the day, but there's this concept of flow states, which I would suggest looking into, where if you have I don't want to say a large period of time, but where you have the ability to do deep work, where you have the ability to actually go in and do work for a few hours, not be interrupted, not have any distractions, your brain actually has this ability of operating on a higher level than it usually does day to day when it's dealing with 500 different distractions. So what I would suggest giving a try is, try shifting the hours you work on your side hustle to the morning. And I know, like, I used to be a evening person. For me, nights, like, I used to enjoy working till about 1 or 2 a.m. and then I get up at about 7 o'clock, get ready, head out the door, be at work for just before 9 o'clock. Right. So for me, waking up earlier in the morning was a challenge initially, but I'd say probably after about 1 or 2 weeks, I got used to it, and now I love getting up at 4. Like, at 4, I open my eyes and I'm wired. Most days I get up before my alarm even goes off, and I used to be someone that needed 4 or 5 alarms to actually get out of bed in the morning. So yeah, try. Yeah, I agree. I think if momentum is important to you, this might even work even better for you. I think being able to wake up in the morning, at least I look back to how I feel every day now, is in the mornings when I get a lot done between about 4 to 10, my days just fly by. I feel like there's a switch that goes off in my head where I'm just able to just crush every task I'm working on. Whereas the days where I maybe sleep until about 5:30, 6 o'clock, those days are a little bit more of, I don't think drag's the right word, but they they're a little longer. They take a little bit more work. There's definitely more effort involved to stay focused and on task and stuff like that.
I hope you found that clip useful. Let me know in the comments below, do you tackle the most important challenge first, or do you do it at the end of your day? Also, if you're a freelancer, business owner, or even someone just looking to start their own side hustle and you're facing some challenges, in the description below, you'll find a link that you can use to get in touch for a free one on one consultation. Again, not a sales pitch. I literally just love having these conversations with entrepreneurs, and sharing my insights and expertise. So take an opportunity to use that link while it's still available.